Judicial Services Examination, Civil Judge Junior Division, Introduction in English Language. Dear student friends, today I wish to give introduction lecture on Judicial Services Examination, Civil Judge Junior Division being conducted by various states in India through their respective high courts. In India, there are about 24 high courts conducting this Judicial Services Civil Judge Junior Division examination. The pattern of examination is almost three-tier in almost all the states. The state high courts are conducting this examination through the respective public service commissions of the states. Here, I wish to let you know what are the syllabi of various subjects prescribed for study and examination pattern almost same in some states but differ in other states. But however, there are some common subjects to all the states in India. Now, few days back, I started delivering lectures designed for the candidates who are going to appear for this civil judges examination. Till recently, I have been delivering lectures to LLB students. Nearly 18 subjects I delivered 240 lectures for the benefit of law students. However, some more portions are to be covered in certain subjects. Some subjects, enough number of lectures were uploaded. Anyway, keeping in mind the requirement of civil judge junior division examination, I will improve the standard of these lectures so as to meet the requirement of the candidates appearing for this civil judge junior division examination. When once the lectures are revised and improved with better standard so as to meet the needs of civil judge junior division candidates, these lectures will be very much more useful to the LLB students. So please note that these lectures designed to civil judge junior division examination are equally useful to LLB students and LLB students. You may make use of my lectures. Dear friend, facing civil judges examination, civil judge junior division examination is a competitive examination. One has to work hard, but for hard work, it is not so easy to get through this examination. That is why the basic criteria for facing this examination successfully is the incumbent, that is the candidate going to appear for the examination, must have very good background, very good knowledge over almost all the subjects which he studied in LLB course. LLB course. So he must come out of handsome LLB degree having good knowledge in almost all the subjects of law. In addition to those subjects, there will be some local enactments also will be added, which the student is required to face additionally. And another thing is there is GK, general knowledge on current affairs, legal aptitude tests will be there, essay writing will be there, translation will be there. But whether the general knowledge, current affairs, legal aptitude, language command, language, English language, essay writing, translation, all these things varies from state to state, state to state. Some states prescribed some subjects, some other states prescribed some other subjects, but some states prescribed GK current affairs, some states do not prescribe this GK current affairs like this. All this information you will be able to find out by from the internet of or some websites of the various high courts in India. In India, there are about 24 high courts, including the high courts of two union territory, that is two union territories, that is Delhi High Court and Jammu and Kashmir High Court. So here, what I'd like to tell you is, dear friends, to facing this examination successfully, you must have good knowledge over all the subjects. If you have studied in such a good institution of legal studies, if basically you are very regular student, if you have very good knowledge over almost all the subjects, you will be able to face the exam successfully. Second thing is, you should have proficiency in English. You must be able to speak fluently in English. You will be required to translate from your mother tongue of that from the mother tongue local language of that state into English, from English into that local language. That type of test will be there. Another thing is, the precise writing will be there. You will be given big English paragraph. That paragraph has to be reduced into one third or one fifth. So, some states require some essay on a general topic or general legal topic, and translate it into the respective local language. So, since any citizen of India is qualified to appear for the examination, even though certain states give importance to the local language, they cannot deny English language. Even though some states permitted the candidates to write the examination in their local language. For instance, Maharashtra permits the candidate to write the main exam, not only in English but also in the Marathi local language. In Karnataka, the students are allowed to write the LLB examination also in Kannada, and they are permitted to. It is learned from reliable sources. The students of Karnataka are permitted to face the judicial service examination main in Kannada also. Like that, some states, namely Bihar, Haryana, Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. In these states, the students are permitted to write the examination in their local language, that is Hindi. However, dear friends, so even though every citizen is qualified to appear for the examination, probably the local candidates will be given preference, I think, and whether there may be any reservation quota for other states or not, it depends upon the state administration. Anyway, dear friends, some states the subjects are more, some states subjects are less, some states the examination pattern is more difficult, more critical. In some states, the examination pattern is comparatively less. So, as far as the Google information is concerned, the toughest pattern of examination is Delhi High Court conducts the examination tough, and that job also is prestigious as per Google information. As per Google information, the easiest form of examination is Madhya Pradesh. Anyway, the Andhra Pradesh High Court also prescribed huge volume of the syllabus. There are number of subjects to the candidates of Andhra Pradesh, and what all subjects prescribed for civil judge junior division examination, that is for preliminary and mains examination. The same subjects are prescribed for district judges examination also. In addition to these, all these subjects prescribed for civil judge junior division examination, some more subjects and enactments are prescribed for district judge examination. So the thing is, what all subjects you are expected to study, you are expected to have sound knowledge in for this civil judge junior division examination. The same subjects will be repeated for district judges examination also. In addition to that, what the district judge requires is, he requires 7 years standing as an advocate, or judicial officer, not less than 5 years service in judicial service as a civil judge or some other judicial officer. And this is the more importantly, his personal practical experience will help him to get through the examination. If the in-service candidates appears for this district judge exam, he will be able to get promotions very quickly. Otherwise, in seniority, he will have to take much time to get promoted as district judge. Whatever, dear friend. So the subjects, if you go through the net, you will be able to understand what are the subjects prescribed for in various states, what is the examination pattern, age criteria, fee structure, and everything you will be able to know from internet of various. However, whatever the state may be, fundamentally, basically, there are around 10 main subjects, big subjects, and 10 and above small legislations. Small legislations like Specific Relief Act, Limitation Act, Easements Act, Partnership Act, like that. So, Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act, like that. So, some are major, main, big. Some subjects are subjects contain huge syllabus, whereas some other subjects contain limited subject. So even though the number of subjects vary from state to state, commonly every state necessarily prescribe some subjects. Those subjects I wish to take up in the first. It is because in Andhra Pradesh the High Court gave notification, and the preliminary examination will be conducted in April. It is not so easy for me to cover all the syllabus. From today onwards, I started delivering lectures on higher standard so as to meet the requirement of the candidates appearing for civil judge junior examination. These classes will be equally useful to LLB students, including those prosecuting legal studies in prestigious institutions of legal studies like National Law School and others. So that is why even LLM students also can make use of this. There is no wrong. There is no wrong. There is to follow my lectures. The candidate teachers who started their teaching career, teachers who want to change their subject, and if they forgot their subject and if they have to prepare fresh, such teachers also can make use of my lectures. Even the candidates appearing for DJ examination also, if they don't have time to spare much time for where they are very busy to discharge their duties, there is no wrong. They need not hesitate to follow my lectures because I am going to work day and night so as to meet their requirement so far as academically concerned. So because I have gone through so many question papers also. In course of time, I will explain the question papers also. For today, I will tell you what are the most important subjects which are common, very common to all the states in India. I will tell you. Here, Indian Evidence Act is common, but necessarily is available, prescribed for study for all. Basically, before going to start the syllabus, let me tell you the pattern of examination is almost three tier in almost all states. There will be some slight variations. First, first one is screening test. First one is a screening test. The screening test is whatever syllabus is prescribed for screening test, that is preliminary examination, the same subjects will continue for main examination also. So some states prescribed some subjects for preliminary examination, some more subjects for main examination also. Some states prescribe two papers on civil laws, one paper on criminal law. But Andhra Pradesh High Court prescribed preliminary examination, paper 1. It is only for screening purpose. The marks awarded in screening test will not be counted for selection. It is just to shortlist the candidate at 1:10 ratio. After that, the candidates who are selected in screening test at 1:10 ratio will be called for the main examination. In main examination, there are about 12 subjects in civil law, 9 subjects in criminal law. So there are more than 20 subjects. So all these two papers they have to follow. This syllabus include local laws also. Every state also is insisting the student to go through the local laws also, Rent Control Act, land ceiling related matters, and all the commercial acts and everything. So if you go through the net, you will be able to know what are the subjects. Now coming to the point, the subjects which are compulsorily, mandatorily common to all the subjects are: number one, Indian Evidence Act. So this Indian Evidence Act is of great importance, and this appears not only in civil law but also in criminal law. So the states which are prescribing civil law paper and criminal law paper, evidence is one of the subject in civil law. Criminal also, evidence is one of the subject in criminal law. So that is why I will take up this Civil Evidence Act from next class, that is in a day or two. In that previously, for the purpose of LLB student, I delivered only 3 classes of more than 1 hour. In that I covered almost most of the topics. These 3 lectures will facilitate the LLB students to get through the examination, because relevant fact in issue, presumptions, res geste, dying declaration, confessions, admissions, examination of witnesses, burden of proof, estoppel, and other important expert opinion, alibi, and most important topics I have covered just in 3 classes. They are enough for students studying in school colleges which invoke lot of standard on the students. So they are enough for them. But however, this Evidence Act I am going to start first, and I will take up all the lectures, complete syllabus I will cover. Dear friends, please note that there are number of subjects, there are number of enactment. Is it necessary to borne in mind all the sections and all the topics? No, not necessary. But whatever, even though actually as a matter of fact, the specific portions of respective subjects are to be prescribed for the examination. If I remember long back, whatever subjects are prescribed for study in competitive examination, some certain areas, what suppose in a criminal procedure act, a civil procedure code, what are the topics to be studied will be given to the candidates. But if they don't give the topics, prescribed specific topics for study, the student should keep in mind, will have to go through the most important burning topics of the subject. At the same time, they should make note of what are the sections, what are the concepts that are being in practice in your court in CPC, CRPC, evidence and all, certain specific portions of the subject are regularly in practice in routine work. So that type of issues are most important. For example, in High Court, writ petition Article 226 to 227, Supreme Court Article 32, 136, like this. So like this, so what is the order number, what is rule number, all these aspects, what are the topics that are regularly being moved in court. We will have to concentrate more on that background only, whether the candidate is having that much background, what are the areas of knowledge the any lawyer or judge is expected to possess. In that area the questions may be asked. If you tell me, if you give me by your comment the what are the topics you want to teach you in depth, I will through comment I will take up that topic. I will prepare in depth and tell you. Dear friend, in this whatever I tell you is some topics around 10 subjects are common, more big subjects, and others are small legislations. And the examination is the three tier in almost all. First one is screening test. It is to select the candidates for main examination, because the states are not able to conduct main exam directly because of innumerable number of candidates. When any citizen can apply in the sense, even though the local candidates are given more priority, it is given to understand that some candidates of one state got selected to another state also. That is why there is, if you apply for every judicial service examination, you prepare for that and you join competitive examination, then only you can have enthusiasm, you can have inspiration to work hard, learn subject. Whether because most of the students study of LLB, they don't take it very serious for acquiring knowledge, and in after with that degree they start practice as an advocate. They follow the senior advocate, senior advocate instruct, whatever field that senior advocate is there, he will follow in that line. And I physically witness there are adequate number of advocates who do not possess overall knowledge in all the subjects. That is why they may become good, they may have good practice, but some if they don't have wonderful knowledge in all the subject, they cannot maintain, cannot command high social status as an advocate. That is why, dear friends, I sincerely suggest you, even if you could not prepare all the subjects excellently as a student career, and somehow or other you got through the examination, you don't have knowledge, I sincerely suggest you, it is not too late for you to acquire knowledge. You are a candidate of below 30 years. You have lot of age. You learn subject from now, and you will become a great doctor, a great lawyer, or great judge. Provided what I suggest you is, basically what I want to tell is, the student should first of all watch my lecture and then attend the class regularly. When once he has a touch in that particular subject, he can show more interest in the classroom. He will be able to attend all the classes. He'll be able to attend the classes very regularly. Even once after watching my lecture, after listening my lecture, you attend class, he can have more knowledge. What all I teach in one class on one chapter, the concerned teacher will teach that particular subject elaborately in 5 classes or 6 classes. With that background, with wonderful law degree, when once he comes out, he will be able to compete for judicial services examination and can get to the exam with his practical knowledge. So, to be successful in judicial service examination, you must have knowledge in almost all the subjects. Secondly, you must have adequate proficiency in English. You must be able to speak English fluently. Should have command. You should have general awareness. If the concerned state prescribes general awareness, current affairs, legal aptitude, but some state don't prescribe it. That is another thing. That is why what I suggest is, you first, if you are a student, you first watch my lecture, attend classes regularly, learn subject. Then immediately after completing LLB, you start your career as a junior advocate in High Court, and immediately in local you join some competitive examination center. So it is not possible to any competitive examination center to give coaching, thorough coaching on almost all the more than 10 big subjects, and more than 10 legislations and practical training, because they have because it requires lot of time, because as far as the universe rules is concerned, as per universal rules, for one subject the teacher is expected to teach not less than 90 classes. If there are more than 20 thousands of classes are required, all these classes cannot be made possible in coaching centers. However, those people have a lot of experience in conducting the examination. They have a lot of relevant knowledge. They will enlighten you how to prepare, what to prepare, all these things. They will give lot of tips and thing. When once you join in any competitive examination center, you will have a lot of enthusiasm and inspiration to work hard, because dear friend, as a student in law, you are a young man, you don't have any responsibilities. Preferably you want to enjoy student life. But when once you join competitive exam center, all the way of teaching is appears to be very difficult, and everything. When you are listening to the lectures from the teacher, you feel that, so this is very difficult, I must work very hard. Then when there will be interaction among the candidates in the same competitive examination center, and some students are possessing very good knowledge, if you don't possess any knowledge, naturally you will have activism. So all are knowing everything, but I don't know anything, I do must work hard by hook or crook, this night I don't sleep, the whole night I will work, like that. When once your opposite persons are the candidates before you are having lot of knowledge, if you don't have knowledge, you feel guilty, immediately you start working. So that is why the primary purpose to join any competitive exam center is to have a lot of inspiration and enthusiasm to go to work hard. So that is, even though there are one may get through LLB examination with little knowledge, one may join as an advocate and continue as advocate, he may earn. When he doesn't have knowledge in law, he cannot command any respect, is what I will be I suggest you, dear friend. So whatever I want to tell you is, you, even though you could not acquire good knowledge during student career, though you could not acquire good during student career, it is not too late. You need not worry. You need not worry. Now you start appear for competitive exams, so judicial service exam, join coaching center and learn the subject. If you are lucky, you get selected. Even if you don't get selected, you need not worry. The knowledge you have acquired by your by hard work in prosecuting your competitive exam studies in competitive exam center, that knowledge will help you very well. That knowledge will give you lot of foundation to your position as an advocate. You will become a great lawyer, leading lawyer. So that is why what I tell you is, without knowing any knowledge, if you work as a lawyer in some small area which some areas of profession don't require knowledge in so many laws, they have little knowledge in that little area, they will be able to good handsome earnings. So that is not it will not improve your personality. That is why, dear friend, even who possess very good knowledge in all these subjects can enjoy a lot. So that is why I am telling you, dear friend. So for this, basically main screening, after screening test, the main means civil law is there, criminal law is there. Criminal law some subjects are there, criminal law some subjects are there. some subjects are there. So there is some percentage criteria. The percentage, there is a variation of open candidates, reserved candidates, and all these things. Age limits also, some relaxations are there. Recruitment local non-local candidates also, there may be some reservations or quota system may be there. All these things. But what you want to do is you have to learn a lot of subjects. So some students say that I studied in local language, Telugu student, Andhra Pradesh students, Telangana state students say that I studied in local media, Telugu media. I find it difficult to go through the English. That's it. Some states wherein the local language is of given top priority, but knowingly or unknowingly they are neglecting English. So it is not good to any candidate of any state to neglect any English language. English language is most important language in our India. Next to English, Hindi is most important language. In addition to that, local languages also one must learn. Every language is great. Every language is a great asset. One should not ignore. One should not outweigh any language. Any language. But if you neglect, if you giving top priority, top respect, great respect, worshipping your local language, if you deny other language, you will face the problems. So I suggest you to love your language, local language, mother tongue, respect your mother tongue, worship your mother tongue. How you worship your mother? Respect Hindi. How you respect and worship your father? Respect English. How you love your life partner, how your spouse. This is English also. English is very important for you because we are in global village. So all I physically witnessed some very big officers who joined the service as a wonderful postgraduates with excellent English background, having after joining the service, having served for 3 to 4 decades, 30 to 40 years, they stopped speaking English. They are addicted to local language. In course of time, they totally forgot English. Whatever brilliant, even if they study in a national institution, post graduation, and join service, when once they stop speaking English, they totally forget the English. They find sometimes there is no surprise if they cannot understand English also, is what I have physically witnessed. So that is why every person must know his local language, English, Hindi, very equally. Hindi, so as an Indian, you must know very well Hindi and English, and then your local language. Wherever you stay, wherever you go for employment, that state language also you must learn. But every language is an asset. No one can say that our language is great or our language is great. For every person says that our language is great. But no one can say that our language alone is the greatest language. So this is what, dear friends, you have to see. So now coming to this, there are main 10 big subjects and 10 more than 10 small legislations. These small legislations are attached to the main enactments also, I will tell you. So basically there are 10 main subjects. What is the number one? Indian Evidence Act 1872. This Evidence Act appears in civil laws paper. First, after screening, main exam 2 papers will be there, and Andhra Pradesh third paper also is there, that is essay writing and translation. And the essay writing and translation is independently Andhra Pradesh High Court examination. First paper civil law, second paper criminal law, third paper essay writing and translation. 100 is there. After that 50 marks viva voce is there. That is Andhra Pradesh examination. In some examination, screening test is there, civil law is there, criminal law is there, next interview is there. So the essay writing and translation is included in one of the papers. Some states civil law 2 papers are there, civil law 1, civil law 2. and some states legal aptitude is there, general knowledge, current affairs is there. So these are the, it depends upon, keep in mind what is the syllabus prescribed, what are the areas prescribed to test the candidate, keeping in mind that syllabi you have to follow the examination. So overall speaking, whatever, even though the examination pattern varies, syllabi varies from state to state, in every state some 10 big subjects are there, more than 10 piecemeal legislations are there. All these areas I will give you good information. I work hard, but however the time is not now. I have started it in I earlier I used to take one class in a week or like this. Now because the students are not able to receive one day lecture, 2 days one lecture like this. Now I don't have any other alternative to speed up my lecturing, because in view of these civil judges examination, and I'm planning to give one lecture in a day covering a good volume of the subject. So in within 15 to 20 class, around 15 classes, I'll be able to give one subject in of a good standard while teaching giving lectures in that particular subject. I request you to send through your comment what areas you want the idea, you want the subject in depth. Suppose in a day or two, I will start this Indian Evidence Act, because Indian Evidence Act is useful to civil law. Is prescribed in civil law paper and criminal law paper in Andhra Pradesh. And civil law, this Indian Evidence Act is not only appears in civil practice, but also appears in criminal law practice. So that is why first I take up Indian Evidence Act, because this Indian Evidence Act is of great importance and it is a cornerstone. I described this subject in last class as fuel of all laws. Fuel of all laws. Constitution is leader of all laws. So this relaxed lecture I told. In Evidence Act, in first class, I will give you the tentative idea about the summary of the subject, that is section 1 to section 167. There are 11 chapters. What these 11 chapters speak about, and what all say 167 sections speak about, I will tell you. Dear friend, 167 means all each and every section will not contain big chapter. There are some single sections will contain lot of subject. There are a multitude of sections contain one topic. For example, oral evidence to only 67, 69, 72 sections. But documentary evidence, there are number of actions. Section 6, race guest, there is a big topic. Section 32, dying declaration is a big topic. So like the some 10 to 20 sections deal with one concept. Only one section deals with many topics. In Constitution also, Article 21 deals with a lot of information, and many union, executive union, judiciary, like this, number of articles deal with one topic. So that is why you need not think about, you need not worry that how it is possible to remember all these sections, how it is possible to by heart all these things. No. So I will tell you what are the most important topics for examination. For this examination point of view, I gave 3 big lectures on evidence designed for this student, but I wanted to take up some more lectures left out. But anyway, this lectures which I am going to take up for evidence will cover very good information. They will be useful not only to the civil judges examination, but also to the students prosecuting legal studies in prestigious institutions of legal studies, and LLB students also. LLB students of average category need not worry. They watch something. If they remember something is useful to examination. But these candidates have to prepare 100%. In addition to that, they have to add their from other sources, and they have to add their practical knowledge also to pass the examination. So after that, in one class, introduction I will give in one class. It may be, if my cell phone allows, up to 150, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, up to 2 hours. I will tell you. I will give that class first day in Telugu and second day in English. Dear friend, I am very. I regret to state that I won't be able to speak Hindi fluently. That is why I am not able to serve the students in Hindi language. So many friends, student friends requested me to teach in Hindi, but I would not able to speak. So now you realize, if I know Hindi fluently, if I can, I would have delivered lectures in Hindi also, like Telugu, so that my service can be utilized by number of students all over the country. Dear friend, don't think that I am doing this service for YouTube views, so everything. Please note, because I don't require any. I'm comfortably. I have comfortably earnings and everything. So I know. Don't think it. I never expect any remuneration. If a little comes once in 3 years or once in 4 years, some $100, I utilize it. I will utilize it some poor or some temple or like that. I do it. So don't ever misunderstand. Raga Surya Rao is uploading videos to make money. So now I want to do service, because my students are my chief source of inspiration and invaluable strength. But for the students, my students' love and affection, I would not have been reached this position. As a matter of respect, as a token of gratitude, I want to serve my student till the last day. For this reason only, I never joined any service despite I am full of opportunities. Please note that I am not getting anything, and on the other hand, I am spending for this. Please misunderstand me. I also advocated my student. There is a lot the defect in my lecture is every lecture is 1 hour and above, because I have undertaken giant project. Unless I teach lecture 1 hour, I won't be able to complete the whole chapter. I won't be able to complete the whole chapter. Unless I take 1 hour, I won't be able to give summary of the whole subject. So the teacher is expected, as per university rules. Every teacher in a college or center of legal education is expected to take engage 90 periods for one class of 1 hour duration or 55 minutes duration or 50 minutes duration, as per the practice of the class. But unless I am completing the whole syllabus in around 9 to 10 classes. So that is why invariably I have to take class for 1 year, dear friend. So evidence, I will yes, first summary I will give. Second lecture onward, in that first summary, section wise I give clarification. What are these 11 chapters? What they deal with? I will give first. And in next lecture, section 1 to 4, up to presumptions to fact to relevant fact to fact in issue, presumptions to one lecture I will give. Next, there are some important concepts like identification period, LB, and all these some topics are there. What are the topics? What are the different topics up to second chapter? I will tell you. From 5th to 55, what are the most important topic? Section 5 speaks about something, and section 6 to 55 speaks about various things. What are they? The scheme of the act. Evidence is divided into three categories. What are these three categories? All these things. So basically, the Indian Evidence Act, 165 sections. It is divided into three parts. What are these three parts? Next, it is divided into 11 chapters. What are these 11 chapters? It contains 167 sections. What are these sections? It contains, there are so many amendment acts and new sections are added. What are these new sections added? And historical background. What is the origin? Who is the writer? All these aspects in one lecture I will give evidence. And if you feel that my lecture is lengthy, 1 hour and above, you just you have an internet problem. Just I came to know that I am suggesting my student friends. They are also doing. They are uploading my. They are downloading my lecture in just 5 minutes. They are sharing among the students. I don't need. The maximum students should make use of my lecture is only aim. I don't want maximum use. I don't want anything. But I request you to subscribe more. More subscribers is there. something my books are my lectures are within their knowledge, they either they utilize or they will share it to some others. For that purpose, I request you to subscribe my channel and help the friends also, so that I can have more and more inspiration. So this is my, everybody cannot get an opportunity to serve like this. God provided me, blessed me with this opportunity. My students acknowledged me. That is more important. One may not be, a man may be good, but the man, good man will cannot be visualized unless his goodness is acknowledged by somebody. So there may be a great man, good man, somebody, but if he is in a dark room, nobody will identify him. If his goodness is visualized by some media, so some instead of human agency, then only that contribution will be fructified. So that is why I have made some contribution. That my contribution is being acknowledged by student. They have visualized my service and placed me in this position. I must be extremely and grateful to my student friend. And with this attitude and gratitude, I want to serve my student till the last day of my life is what I want to do. But I don't. I sincerely, I honestly decided not to do any job. My job is to upload as many lectures as possible to the in easiest way to the student. So, dear friends, one more thing I want to tell you. Some students are telling we are from local media, we are not able to understand English. Never say, dear friends, you see the convent students, just first standard student, 5-year boy or girl, they are speaking English very excellently, fluently. You are a major, you are a learned person, you have very good knowledge, you can do miracles with your knowledge. Can't you learn in English language? If you seriously decide to learn English, speaking English is not a difficult job. You start speaking English, right or wrong. Whenever people want to, when you speak to, whenever people speaking English, if any new word is there, because earlier we used to go to dictionary and verify. Only any dictionary contained meaning from one language to one language only, from English to English or English to any other local language. But today your cell phone gives you is a dictionary containing all languages. You can take the meaning, you can get the meaning of any word of any language from any language in the world. So that is such a great instrument you have in your pocket. And whatever information doubt you have, you need not ask. If you touch the Google button, mic button, and ask, you will get it. Some students say that I have given 240 lectures on nearly 18 subjects. Some students that where is that lecture, I am not able to trace out. So you need not worry. So you touch YouTube mic and ask Raga Rao videos on law of evidence. The lectures will come one by one. In addition to that, the lectures by other teachers also will come. They also you can make use of. Similarly, Raga Rao lectures, videos, criminal law 1. Then all my criminal law 1 IPC videos will come. Similarly, Raga Rao videos, criminal procedure code, all of them will come. Raga Rao video lectures, civil procedure code, all will come. So here, dear friends, this in this way, around I think 10 classes will be enough to complete this. And previously 3 classes are there, overall idea. In brief I explained, and in detail I will take 10 to 12 classes to complete this law of evidence. And I hope that I'll be able to complete this evidence within 20 days. I will do that. And next I proceed to Indian Penal Code. Indian Penal Code is first evidence. Next most important subject common to all jury examinations in India. That is Indian Penal Code 1860. This Indian Penal Code I gave a good number of lectures in principle. I explained all the topics in principles. not only English but also Hindi and English, and summary lecture also, IPS at a glance also I have given in, but specific I did not cover many lectures. Only offense against human body only I covered, offense against human body, and I will have to cover so many other areas also. When once I start after evidence, I will start CPA, IPC, and uncovered portions I will take up, and offences against women and children I will take up first, and post Nirbhaya developments and other POXO Act and everything. Is POXO Act is prescribed for study in one examination also, one state judicial officer examination also. That IPC I will take up. IPC in my previously for LLB student, I have given more than 15 lectures. Principles section 1 to 120A, all topics I covered, both English and English, both English and Hindi, and specific only offense against human body, offense against marriage only I covered, offense against property, offense against marriage, only 3 areas covered, and remaining things I will have to cover. Dear friend, what areas you require in your regular course of practice, you give me that area, I will explain in depth by going through various articles in internet and high standard textbooks, and also judgments also I will refer and give you proper information, dear friend. Next, third most important subject is CRPC. CRPC I have given more than 10 lectures, designed for LLB student, but still I have to improve the standard, and I will cover whatever areas I left I will take up, and what lectures I have taken, how to improve, what areas you want in depth, you please let me know. I also finding out from various sources of my student friends doing practice in different courts, and that also I will take up. Then CPC, enough neighbor lectures are there. For time being, you can make use of my IPC, CPC evidence. For the time being, I am going to give more improved lectures very shortly. And the CP Limitation Act. So CPC Limitation Act is jointly prescribed for study in LLB course. But Limitation Act I have given completely covered this Limitation Act from first section to last section, section 3, section 3, the 4 till first to last, including acknowledgement, everything. So if you want further, you ask me, I will take up while teaching that. So next one is Contract Act. Contract Act completed. Contract 1 to 75 completed. Contracts to Sale of Goods Act I completed. Negotiable Instrument Act I completed. Partnership Act I completed. Indemnity guarantee and all these things I completed. But in case if it is not enough for your substance exam, in what area you want me to improve, you tell me, I will take up this also once again a critical areas. Next one is Contract Act. Sale of Good Act is part and parcel of Contract Act. Next, Partnership Act is part and parcel of Contract Act. Negotiable Instrument Act also includes this Contract Act. Specific Relief Act also relates to Contract Act. In some universities, a Specific Relief Act is prescribed for study in contracts one paper. But I did not take up this Specific Relief Act. I should take up Specific Relief Act in depth so as to serve the purpose of candidate appearing for judicial service exam. Specific Relief Act I will explain in detail. Next, Transfer of Property Act. Transfer of Property Act I covered principles and specific in English, both for all the topics I covered in this Transfer of Property Act. They are designed for the purpose of LLB student. So what level of improvement you have to do in respect of Transfer of Property Act, you please inform me. I have seen some question paper. Then whatever I taught to students for LLB, same type of questions are given. When the question is asked in a simple way, the transfer of property, what property can be transferred, what property cannot be transferred, kinds of mortgage. This simple question. LLB questions, how the questions are asked like that. They are asking, if the question is asked in a critical way, you please bring it to my notice. I will give my this email ID. Dear friend, you may give whatever you need. Suppose you should ask me, suppose when I am teaching Evidence Act, then you ask me this area is to be taught. When I am teaching you Indian Penal Code, then you give me that area guide requirement. When I teach CPC again, in CPC, I not only taught sections, orders, rules, and I schedules also. I covered all schedules. I have covered. I have given good number of lectures for CPC. I have given. Next, CPC also I have covered well. TP Act I have covered well. Transfer of Property Act along with TP I covered. Easement Acts I have covered for them. And Registration Act I have not covered. Stamps Act I have not covered. I will do this. Registration Act and Stamps Act is very very important for advocates, and judges. So next, Domestic Violence Act is a very burning topic. In course of time, I will take up this also. So Juvenile Justice and Care and Protection of Children Act 2015 is there, but the old act I covered in that my when while writing my book on criminology and criminal administration, I covered that. So many amendments take place. I will have to do that also. These are the things, dear friend. So apart from that, there are most challenging subjects. So constitutional law, administrative law, alternative dispute resolution, family law, succession are the some other main important subjects. Constitutional law, administrative law, ADR not prescribed for Andhra Pradesh examination. Constitutional law, administrative law, alternative dispute resolution, family law, succession. Family law succession is prescribed for civil judge examination, and Intellectual Property Act, so many enactments, so many subjects have been added to district judge examination. In Andhra Pradesh High Court's notification, what all subjects prescribed for study for civil judge junior division examination, them subjects are prescribed to DJ exam, district judge exam. In addition to that, Constitution of India, administrative law, alternative dispute resolution, also alternative dispute resolution and other progressive legislations also have been added to this. In Andhra Pradesh civil judge examination, family law succession are there. As a matter of fact, I wanted to start last week. Family law and Hindu law I have completed. I prepared nearly 10 days. Muslim, Mohammedan law and succession, Hindu joint family. I wanted to cover Muslim law, Mohammedan law, succession, Hindu Succession Act and Muslim law of inheritance. These aspects I wanted to cover, but unexpectedly I had to come across the judicial service examination, and this I want to give this subject. Even once I give this guidance elaborately, this will be useful not only to the candidates appearing for civil judges examination, but also to the candidates appearing for LLB examination, LLM examination. And LLB student need not worry that we are giving, but I am giving for a part of this work. When once the LLB student, average student follows this, if he remembers part of it, it is enough for the examination. But they are sufficient to students prosecuting legal education in prestigious institutions of legal studies. They are sufficient to candidates appearing for judges examination. But in addition to that, they have to add their personal knowledge and practical experience. Then my lectures will be useful. Dear friend, to the best of my ability, I want to give you complete and specifically family law succession, and these things are there. So family law succession also has been prescribed for some states. Family law succession is not prescribed Anyway, what are the top the evidence IPC, CPC, CRPC? These four subjects are the four pillars of judicial system. So the Indian Constitution is the leader of the huge edifice of the. So how justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity are four pillars of the Indian Constitution, but this. Uh, these CPC, CRPC, evidence, and IPC are four pillars of yourself. That is why every state prescribed these four subjects and other subjects. Contract Act is similarly important. So, dear friend, these are the most important thing. So, in next class, first of all, I will take up Indian Evidence Act. In Indian Evidence, I have given three lectures. If you touch video, YouTube mic, and ask Raga Suryara videos on law of evidence, you will get my videos. In addition to that, there are some other speakers, teachers are there. They uploaded the lectures. Those other lectures also you will get, and you will get. And this I'm planning to complete by 25th, before around 20th of this month. I'll be able to complete this from 20th to end. By the time you go to examination, I will this Andhra Pradesh students, I tell you, dear friend, I don't know whatever states have given notification whether this time to apply or not. You simply do one thing, you apply for still whatever. Even if you don't know English, don't worry, you practice. Within 6 months you will be able to speak very fluently. But the thing is, you watch my lecture in Telugu and then immediately English. So the lecture, though I don't think that English lecture we will watch, Telugu not necessary. There is a lot of I personally tell the students of Telugu states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, they once they teach watch my lecture with through earphone in Telugu, immediately you watch English lecture, because there will be lot of difference. There will be lot of difference between Telugu lecture and English lecture. And after the uploading Telugu lecture, I will prepare so many hours to add so many things to English lecture also. But whatever I forgot in Telugu lecture, I will include in English lecture also. Dear friend, I want to tell the students of other states other than Telugu states that never think that the heading contains Telugu caption, but all lectures, 100% lectures are in English only. Some of the lectures are Telugu. Even once a lecture in Telugu is uploaded, next day it is uploaded in English only. English only. So never think that Raga Suryarav is giving lectures in local language, not useful for us. But in all, the actually, as a matter of fact, I never thought of delivering lecture in Telugu or Hindi or any other local language. So language, according to my knowledge, since the beginning of my student career to till date, the law means only English, no other language, only English. I don't know about any other language. I started up to 145 lectures on various subjects. I delivered lectures in Hindi only. After 145 lectures, some student friends from Telugu states requested. I acknowledged their request and started delivering Telugu lectures for 2 weeks, two subjects, Hindu Marriage Act and torts. If I continue Hindi, English will be neglected. Then I started every lecture, jurisprudence, constitutional law to English and Telugu and English simultaneously. Since then, every lecture, whatever lecture is uploaded today in Telugu, the next day or day after next, day or two, the same lecture, same title will be uploaded into English only. Dear friend, whatever happened, whether you neglected your studies in student career, don't worry. Whether you don't have enough knowledge, don't worry. Even if you don't have English commit proficiently, don't worry. Your children, you are in beginning stage, you have lot of life, Though we also were not great experts in the beginning, we were also, I was a very, very average student in BCom, very, very average student in BL. I also appeared for supplementary exams in LLB, but gradually, even so-called great lawyers, judges also, they were ordinary students in LLB. After entering profession, they enriched their knowledge, they worked hard, improved their knowledge and standard. Subsequently, they became leading lawyers or judges. In judges also, they acquired more and more knowledge. So there is a lot of time to learn. In fact, as a man, what all lectures I am dealing with, these 200 and 340 lectures, this level of knowledge I did not have till I retire at the age of 62. You just imagine. So what all many of these knowledge I collected from research papers and standard textbooks I did not have by the time I was a 60-year-old senior grade principal. So like that, you don't think that, but people not necessary. Not people may think that so that subject this is not necessary, that is not necessary. What is necessary, I follow in the truth. Some people will fall, but some people say that no, I should not say unnecessary. I should feel it necessary. As a lawman, I should know every law, every concept of law. So then only I'll be able to command respect in society. In that way, one has to see. So that is why I'm telling you, join any competitive examination center after your LLB. If you have local commitments, business problems or agriculture problems or family problems, you cannot go to capital headquarters and start your career as an advocate in high court. Just you remain in your native place and prepare yourself. And even once after LLB, whether you have good enough knowledge in law or not, just after LLB, you enroll your name as advocate in High Court, and High Court you start your practice as High Court, and you will be as advocate High Court. When if you advocate practice in 10 years standing in High Court, you will be eligible for Supreme Court judge and High Court judge directly. But Supreme Court judge possessing have 10 years standing is not eligible for High Court judge. So that is great thing. So that is a surprising thing. So one who has a 10-year standing in High Court is eligible not only for High Court judge but also for Supreme Court judge. Supreme Court judge. So these are the things. So gradually you will improve your knowledge. Gradually it is to speak in English is not a difficult job. First standard 5-year-old boy or girl are able to speak English very excellently. As a major learned person, why can't you speak in English? It will come automatically when once you join. But why I am telling you, so no, it is not so easy to any competitive exam center to teach all these more than 20 subjects in a matter of 3 to 6 months. Even if 10 teachers come and teach different subject, one won't be able to attend the classes here. One can read 10 hours, but one cannot read more than 3-4 hours at this age. That is what. So my lectures is also 1 hour very lengthy. But I know that my lecture will give trouble, lot of mental torture to student. But I am helpless. That is why I am telling them, you download the lecture and whenever you are free, at 10 minutes, 15 minutes like that, 3-4 intervals, you may follow that I am telling. So that is why, dear friend, so these are the main subjects are there. The main you acquire good entry. You acquire very good knowledge in all these subjects. Whether you get selected as a civil judge or district judge or something, this knowledge will give you wonderful basis, wonderful strength, wonderful foundation to your career as a member of the legal fraternity. You will become a wonderful lawyer, leading lawyer, excellent lawyer. When once you possess a sound knowledge in various laws, your colleagues in bar will come and take your advice. You will be appreciated by the judges, and that is there. But even though there one man is there, he doesn't have any knowledge in BL. He somehow or other he got through the exam. In LLB also he is taking some small area. In that area he is prosecuting his journey as advocate and earning money. But there is no, the others may say there is no any difference between that gentleman and document writer or plater clerk like this. So So when once you are a law advocate, you have been conferred wonderful status. When you are the man who represents the who represents the various principles of law. The lawyer is an equivalent. He is the media to represent various principles of law and to bring the reach the judge. Judge is the person to interpret the law. If you don't have enough knowledge of law, you won't be able to represent any concept or any section before the judge. If you don't possess sound knowledge as a judge, you won't be able to interpret. So misrepresentation by lawyer, misinterpretation by judge would result in professional misconduct and will render them unworthy to continue in legal profession, is what you studied in professional ethics. In professional ethics also, I have given good number of lectures, dear friend. So it is also not so easy. Those who will be able to watch all my 240 lectures delivered so far, I am sure that they will be able to acquire wonderful knowledge. But I suggest them to sacrifice their 1 hour in 2 days and start watching my lectures. So to appearing for judicial officer's exam is not so easy. At the same time, I want to tell you that my service alone is not enough for your success in the civil judge junior examination. In one direction, to get to the civil judge junior division examination, you should have background. You have should knowledge in all the subjects prescribed study. That is one. In addition to that, you should have command proficiency in English, translation capacity from English to your local language or Hindi, from Hindi or local language to English. Your knowledge will be tested. Your legal aptitude is tested, and apart from that, your practical knowledge. I am just an academician. I am telling this. So I am not the person to teach you all areas required to success in your examination. In one wing only, I am able to help you by whatever subject is concerned. In question paper, subject questions I can give guidance, and secondly, the problems are there. Any problem given in question paper is based on the some leading case or some problem. Any article, any Bail Act, some illustration basing on some illustration in a Bail Act or some leading case, the problem may be drafted, and in that area I'll be able to pick out the relevant problem and everything and explain you. So this is how I'll be able to help you, dear friend. Work hard. So whether selection is secondary, primarily you join competitive exam center so that you will get a lot of inspiration and activism to learn subject, because all know subject, I don't know subject, so I should no more remain like this ignorant of the subject, law subject. You will study the subject and learn all the subject, whether you go through preliminary or not, main or not. You continue in competitive exam center. With that inspiration, you learn the subject and attend the work, so that one day or other you will get selected as judicial officer. Though not get selected, you will continue as an excellent lawyer with a wonderful academic background, is what I can suggest you, dear friend. I will take up each and everything through your comments. You tell me while teaching evidence what topics to be taught, and while teaching CPC what topics you want in depth, so that I'll be able to prepare well and give you. So now, till now, I used to give lecture once in a week, like that, once in 4 days. Now, invariably, I am constrained to upload lectures almost every day, one lecture in every day, one lecture, or alternative days, one lecture to be given. So every lecture in future, first I deliver lecture in Telugu, and I will put in caption in Telugu. Other than Telugu students may not be able to open that, and they must come to a decision, confirmation that tomorrow or day after tomorrow this lecture will come out in English, is what The students other than Andhra and Telangana should think and wait for my lecture. If you follow my lectures, you will be, I am sure that you will either get selected in as a judicial officer, or that will give you strong basis to for your successful come out as an advocate. Thank you very much, dear friends, for your patient hearing. God bless you.